Greetings and peace be unto you, dear students. My name is Abdul Waliullah Muhammad. I'm a minister here in the city of San Diego and the local representative of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan in the Nation of Islam. I'm grateful to be coming before you. I'm born in Jamaica, West Indies in the Caribbean, the home of the great Marcus Messiah Garvey, as well as the great singer Robert Nesta Marley, known as Bob Marley, the great reggae artist that really made reggae known around the world. And so coming to you and talking about history is so critical because when we don't know our history, then we don't know where we're coming from. And one of our great leaders said, a people without the knowledge of their history is like a tree without its roots. And so the knowledge of history and where you're from is very important. And I think, this book, Our Ancestors' Keepers, is very incredible in the fact that, as one of our elders said, that, our history did not begin with slavery. Our history began hundreds of thousands of years plus ago. And so if all we do is start our history at slavery, he said the only place we have to go is up. But when we understand that our history is not just when they took us from Africa, our history went back where we taught civilization to so much of the world. So to be a part of this reading series during Black History Month, founded by our great dear brother Carter G. Woodson, who wrote the book, The Miseducation of the Negro. And so education is very critical as you are young students learning. We want you to enjoy the stories that you will be hearing during Black History Month. But Black history is not something that we should just celebrate one month. Black history is as important to the world, not just for Black students, but for all students, because if we're truly able to respect, honor, and love each other, we must know something about each other and respect the history and the true history, not just that which have been given to us, that oftentimes when we hear of Black history, we started slavery, and many may think that those that brought us into slavery did us a favor when they brought us out of Africa. So some of the stories you'll read will be about great men and great women that helped to form civilization and gave culture and mathematics and science. And so I'm honored to read this story today, the story of Hannibal, one of the great generals that did and fought against the Roman Empire. So I want to just talk about this and then I will close and just say thank you for giving me an opportunity to really share with you today. My teacher, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, has been one that have taught me from his teacher, the most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that it is very important for us to teach our people who they are, because without the knowledge of themselves, they would just be lost. So I'm grateful to Brother Charles Thriek for the work that he have done in this space. May God continue to bless him and strengthen him and all those that have worked with him in producing this, that our history or aspects of our history can be taught and known. The story of Hannibal. Young Hannibal is known as the great general and military strategist who ever lived. He was born in 247 BCE. When Hannibal was just a boy, he developed a fascination with other tribes' styles of fighting and defending territories. He knew one day he would bring all the tribes together for one goal, to fight for Africa. The young prince prepared himself to overthrow the Roman Empire. Hannibal gained the courage to weigh the risk and march his army along with African war elephants over the Alps. And when you know the Alps, it's a very, very grueling area, a lot of stuff. And so it was a very difficult task that Hannibal undertook. During that quest, Hannibal, they defeated the enemies of Africa by surprising them with strategic military tactics they had never encountered in war. Hannibal brought different strategies that he was able to teach his men how to maneuver, how to do different things that you may see that was surprising to them. So during this time, he conquered northern Italy and parts of France. His tribe, his people captured Europe, his tribes captured troops on the battlefield and forced them to join his army. His dream came true. He used all his enemies' ways of fighting to defeat them. Hannibal's skills are studied in many military schools today, and his legacy lives on forever. So Hannibal, as you see, is a young boy, and y'all may have your books before you. He had the fascination, understood the value of elephants and what they can do. An elephant today, back then, would be like a tank today. And so Hannibal, this was like the tank that he rode that would be able to help him to defend against the enemies, because the elephant was a very strong and very powerful animal that you just didn't hurt that easily normal with normal weapons. So once you had the skills of how to maneuver them, Hannibal was able to defeat his enemies and beat the Roman Empire. And till this day, he is studied. Well, I want to thank y'all for these brief moments. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the stories. I hope you're not stories because they're not stories. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the history that is being taught during Black History Month. And remember, Black history is not just studied in one month. Black history is from the beginning to the end. And when we know the contributions that Blacks have made, not only here in America, but around the globe, then we will start to respect people in the way in which they should be respected as equals amongst all people. Thank you. God bless. And it's grateful to be before you. Peace be unto you.